show.
No rules! That's what I'm talking about.
Dogs on the Run begins now.
All right, big week, big show. He's Andre. I'm Andy. Tim Couch. We're going to go to him in 1 second. The Browns beat Tampa yesterday 22-17. Brian Hoyer, 21 of 34, 300 yards. They've now won 4 of their last 5, 6-1 at home. Brian Hoyer is, and
winner.
Yeah, it's a winner. I don't know. I'm flabbergasted at the fact that there are folks out there that can't enjoy a win. Oh, it was ugly. The fans are blah blah blah. Shut up. It's a win.
It's absolutely a win, and I don't know who we are to sit around and complain about how we win or when we win or who's quarterbacking or who's not quarterbacking. Really, since 2007, this is the best football we've seen over a period of time. Is this team perfect? Absolutely not. Has this team exceeded?
Who is? Remember the Patriots were done earlier in the year.
Great point. I'm glad you said that. Who is? Look at the Steelers. 3 weeks ago, we were burying them. 4 weeks ago, we were burying the Steelers. They've come back with 2 big-time wins the last 2 weeks, and beating Indianapolis and then beating Baltimore last night. They're right back in the thick of things. And when we beat them here at the stadium a couple weeks ago, we're going, the Steelers are old. Forget about them. This league is too unforgiving not to be happy at 5-3. Perfect team? No. Team that's a playoff team? Maybe. I think we're going to find out a lot on Thursday. Here, I'll be honest. I don't think they're a great team, and I still see things that drive me crazy. But it's better being 5-3 than 3-5.
I'd rather talk about wins on Monday than losses and how they blew a game. 216-431-3820, 216-431-3820, or Skype in on Dogs on the Run. We're going to go to Tim Couch in a second, but we are going to kick things off in a grand way, even surpassing Eric the referee. It is the Tubby Dog.
Tubbs, I missed you last week. Give us hell.
What's up?
What's up, buddy?
All right, what do you got for us?
Well, these motherfuckers, I don't understand, dude. How can they go, this offensive line just get blown the fuck up and then still manage to, win the game? I had no idea. I can't get it. I can't wrap my head around it, but you know what? Screw it. It's like complaining about bad sex. Dude, you got laid. Okay? You're not the prettiest girl at the ball, but you found somebody to dance with and they took you home. Be happy about it, for crying out fucking loud. Holy shit. I don't understand.
I needed this last week, Tubby. Keep telling them.
I just don't get it, man. I mean, I knew that the bad play call with the not calling the timeout, going in a half, I knew that's on coaching. I knew that was going to happen. Young coach, big deal.
Right.
The 2-point conversion, I knew that wasn't going to happen. And I was sitting there in the stands, and I had these guys behind me, yipping and yapping, and thought they were football experts. And I was like, dude, the 2-point conversion has a 2% chance of actually working. There's no way we're going to make it anyway. You should have just taken it and put it on your defense to make them get a stop, because they then forced them to get a friggin' touchdown. But
Tubby,
whatever.
You bring up the one play that everybody can get at and say bad coaching right before the half. It made me scratch my head a little bit as well.
Look, I scratched my head too. But I could kind of figure out why you would do it.
Right, but they got 3 points out of it. It was ugly, and I can't use the reference you use, but they still found a way to get points out of it. The coach said at half, look, I didn't want to give the ball back to Tampa Bay. Was there a better way of going about doing it? Probably. Will they do it better next time? I'm sure. But they got 3 points out of it at the end of the day.
And
the better way of doing it, Dre, is to score some fucking touchdowns. That's the better way of doing it.
You're right. And I'm not against that. At that time, though, think about how bad they were playing offensively. Weren't you happy that they crawled off the field only down 1.5, considering how they had played?
Yeah, true. But, I mean, it just makes me nervous going into Cincinnati next week. I mean, hey, you just got to enjoy what we got for right now. Right now, we're 5-3, and I think I heard you guys talking in the pre-show. What does Tommy O'Connell, Otto Graham, and Brian Hoyer all have in common? They won their first 7. They're 7-3 in their first starts.
Yeah.
And we all know who Tommy O'Connell is now.
I know Tommy O'Connell was a beer.
1957, he took us to the championship game.
All right, Tommy, you have 10 seconds. Give a message to the fans today. Give them your message.
Be happy, rejoice, have a great day. Who cares? We won the friggin' game. Get over yourselves. We don't have a good team. We have a decent team. We don't have a good team. We don't have a great team. But we have a team that's Cleveland. We're gritty, we're dirty, and we're going to find a friggin' way to win.
All right, Tubby, I can't believe you cleaned it up like that in the end, but okay, it's all good.
Well, maybe I'll use that as a promo, Tubby.
Thanks, Tubby. We'll talk to you later. Appreciate it. Way to chime in real early. All right, I want to go right to Tim Couch, who was laughing so hard. Tim, I was watching you while he was talking. What'd you think of that?
Guys, I can promise you, today I'm not going to be nearly as entertaining as Tubby Dog. You should just have him on in every segment and let him break it down because he said it perfectly. I mean, be happy, right? I mean, it's a win. It was ugly, but it was definitely a win. That was an entertaining way to start the morning for sure. I appreciate that.
That's the way we're going to drink coffee now. We're just going to put Tubby in front of you and let him just run, and then that just wakes you right up. Hey, Tim, let me ask, as a quarterback, and I hate starting it off with this, but as a quarterback, how do you not pay attention to what everybody's yelling and booing about and just doing your job? I mean, because Brian Hoyer is a better man than me. Because if you would have booed me,
oh, he is. Let's just leave it at that. See you later. End of the show.
Dropping it. But if you would have booed me as my center's getting put on his can every other play,
wow.
Sooner or later, I'm going to run up in the stands and just go, "Hey, get your butt out here and see what you do." The blocking at times, Gerald McCoy dominated the middle of the offensive line. Nick McDonald, I'm not here to beat him up. No one yells and screams about Nick McDonald. Or whatever. Is it Nick McDonald? Is that his name?
It might as well be this morning.
Okay,
that's right.
How do you bite your lip if you're Brian Hoyer? He throws for 300 yards, gets a win, and I hear people booing him.
Well, it's incredibly hard, Dre. I tell you, man, I've been out there before, and I've certainly heard the boos. But as a quarterback, I think you just realize that that's part of the position. It's not always going to be pretty, but you have to continue to fight. And, Brian was getting no help. The running game was non-existent again, less than 2 yards a carry again since Alex Mack has been out of the lineup, which I find is an unbelievable stat that you just can't get anything whatsoever going on the ground just because, the center's out. And granted, he's an unbelievable player, but to see that big of a difference is crazy. But, Brian was just, it wasn't pretty at times, but, he made the plays when he had to. He blocked out the noise, and that's what he's done all off season long. He had to block out the Manziel noise during the offseason. So it's something that this guy can do. He's resilient. I think he has a really, really strong belief in himself and what he can do, especially at crunch time in football games. And down the stretch of that game in the fourth quarter, the third and long play to Miles Austin, I thought was the turning point in the game because at that point Brian was throwing the ball all over the place. He was struggling. He hits that play to Miles Austin, then all of a sudden he catches fire and gets in a rhythm, and he does what he's done so many times this season, and he pulls the game out at the end.
All right, Tim, you talked about no running game. Not only no running game, no Gordon, no Jordan Cameron, new center who's got like 2 weeks of experience. And I don't think anyone's taking that into consideration for what Brian's been able to do on the field. And still, yet yesterday he was able to come up with 300 yards, 2 touchdowns. Yes, he threw 2 interceptions yesterday. But, I look at this and I'm like, one, I can't believe they're winning. And 2, I can't believe they're winning with what Brian Hoyer has in front of them.
You're right. I can't either. You're talking about missing 3 Pro Bowlers on the offensive side of the ball, a bunch of receivers that we all had a lot of questions about coming into the season without Josh Gordon. No running game now. It's been phenomenal. I can't believe he's able to go out and win games. I know what it's like to play when you don't have a lot of support. You don't have the running game to support you. Luckily, the defense stepped up and is playing much better over the last couple of weeks. They're creating turnovers. They're giving Brian and the offense a lot of opportunities, setting them up in tremendous field position. And then yesterday, the special teams. Huge on special teams. You get a blocked punt and a blocked field goal in the same game, and you take advantage of it. I think they scored 10 points off of those blocks, and so it was a big team win. The entire team just working together, and that's what you have to have when you're lacking some things on the offensive side of the ball. Other units have to pick it up, and certainly the defense and special teams have helped Brian out in that area.
All right, Tim, we're going to come back to you in another half hour. Thank you so much. Hope you got a good laugh out of that first phone call.
All right. Appreciate it, guys. See you soon.
All right, we'll talk to you in a little bit. Let's go to George, who's on Skype 1. Hi, George. How are you?
What's up, buddy?
Oh, good morning, gentlemen.
Boy, they were beating you to the punch on Skype this morning. They were ready to roll.
I know. Very simple. Which idiotic fool is in charge of calling timeouts before halftime?
I think
They look so befuddled
George,
during that 2 minutes.
George, they're
stretch.
5-3. That's what you're talking about. What happened before halftime?
Okay. That's my beef.
Okay.
Now, 5-3, awesome. The offense, though inept at times, got it done. The defense performed beyond spectacular. The special teams shot the rocket ship up and performed. Billy Wynn, a Herculean block. I missed the punt return. Unfortunately, I had something to do previous.
So did Jim
Wait, the
Leonard.
Browns had a punt return yesterday?
I don't think they did they?
No, you mean the
Blocked.
block punt?
The block
Blocked.
Or the
yeah.
tip? It actually,
Yeah.
in the books, it didn't go in as a block.
I correct myself.
It's all right.
Yeah, you're good.
Just the only thing that really irked me was that 2 minutes and looking at the fans on TV looking so befuddled. That's how I felt watching it.
All right, George, I want you to take a deep breath. Ready?
Oh, my breath is deep.
Ready? Here we go. Calm, zen, moment of zen.
No,
They
I'm
won.
fine.
They won. Let the half go.
Oh, oh,
let it
yeah.
go.
Look,
I'll
I
let
can
it go.
say this, George. I can say this: if they're going to get better as a team, and if they expect in the second half to be a team that we can talk playoffs, those are situations they need to be better at. But I think at the end of the day, look, all of us make mistakes in
I'm
our
sorry,
job.
Mr. Knott. You play to win the game, and the coach said earlier to pass and fail league. They passed.
Right.
They're 5-3 in the first half. Great. They're 4-1 at home. They're going to have a winning home record, guaranteed, at home. It's just winning them now on the road,
Yes.
especially Thursday. And I have one more question.
Sure.
Will there be a show on Friday?
Yes, there will. I'm glad you asked that question. We will see you
Awesome.
Friday morning. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thanks,
All right, we'll
George.
talk to you
We'll see
later. All right,
see you
we're going to
Friday.
go to Kenny Rhoda in a minute here. I want
Did
to
you
check
put him up to that?
No, it was on. It was
The
on.
management put George up to that? Well,
Why?
there'll be a show on Friday.
He's good. Yes, there'll be a show on Friday and on Monday as well.
Oh, they're
What are we gonna talk
working
about on
us.
Monday?
Yeah, I don't know what we're going to talk about on Monday. We're going to talk about what we're going to hear on Rhoda's show on Monday. That's
All right,
what-
well, let's
that's what
hang on.
we'll do.
First of all, we'll go to Kenny in 1 second here. Let's just go to Eric, Eric the referee. Eric, what do we have coming up on today's show?
What do we got? We got Kenny Rhoda standing by, Faith Boone standing by, Matt Lodi, man. The Steelers, they look tough. We'll hear from him in a little bit. Craig
Oh, really?
Lindell.
Don't be too excited about this morning's show. Holy moly, you got any energy over there or what?
Well, I did sleep about 3 hours. So.
Oh, well, congratulations.
Not
Welcome
bad.
to the
Is that
world.
more than you? How many hours did you get, Andy?
On an average night?
No, last night.
You know, I fell asleep during the third quarter of the Steelers game.
Must be nice.
Yeah.
You can come over to my house, man. I wake up every 2 hours. I got a little kid that would love to see your
Yeah, why
face,
don't you
Eric.
do that? Why don't you go babasit
Yeah,
for a
come
night?
babysit. I'll see
No
how
one
happy
wants
you
to
are.
hear your
I'll
struggle.
keep that kid in line.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
That
All
kid
right.
will have you running through diapers faster. I'm bringing you
I
home.
wish Tubby was here to explain. What else do you
Yes,
got
I
coming
need
to the show?
Tubby.
We'll actually we'll get the little brag to our Scripps affiliate in Tampa. Tom Curran from WFTS will call in.
Oh, that's right. I was on theirs.
The last time we talked to another station and bragged, I had about 18 idiots tweeting me all day from Jacksonville. Don't give me that same stuff this week.
What do
We
we
can actually brag to Tampa.
All right, we also have what? Caption and picture? Are we doing that?
Yeah, I got two great pictures. Little teaser. Gabriel has a great face in his touchdown catch. You get to create a caption.
All right, why don't you, let's let everybody in on that thing. So why don't we do that right after we get to Kenny, and then we'll go to Faith after that too. So let's do Kenny, then we'll do the caption, the picture caption. How hard is that to get? You want to do it real quick? We let Kenny do it. How hard is it to get?
Why don't you talk to Kenny and we'll get it lined up for you?
Okay, meaning you don't know what you're doing. Okay, good.
Meaning people
All right,
got-
let's
meaning
go
people
to.